This woman is Anna, an interior designer. She is well organized and a perfectionist. One morning, Anna was interviewing for a job in a big apartment in Boston, United States. She confidently explained her capability in designing the interior to impress the client. She was then hired for the job. Her life was full of luck. She is highly educated, had an amazing job, and dated a handsome boyfriend who worked as a cardiologist named Jeremy. They had been dating for a long time, but their relationship didn't seem to work any progress. They were always busy in their own world. After the interview, Jeremy told Anna that he had to visit Dublin for work and had to leave her. The next day, Anna, who had been living independently, hadn't met her family for a long time. She decided to meet her father at the bar. When they met, her father asked about her relationship with her boyfriend. They had been dating for 4 years, but Jeremy never thought of proposing to her. Her father suggested she follow Jeremy to Dublin since, on February 29th, the people of Dublin would hold a unique festival where women were allowed to propose to their boyfriends. That idea didn't interest her at all. As a woman, her self-esteem to propose to a man was too high. That night, Anna and Jeremy had a romantic dinner before Jeremy went off to Dublin. On that occasion, Jeremy gave Anna a box of jewelry. Anna was happy to think that Jeremy finally decided to propose to her, but when she opened the box, she was disappointed. The content was not as she expected. It was an earring, not a ring as she expected. Despite the disappointment, she didn't show it to Jeremy. She didn't want to ruin the romantic dinner she had with him. When she returned home, she couldn't help but kept thinking about it all night. She thought about her father's suggestion about the unique festival in Dublin. Curious, she tried to find out about it on the internet. Looking at the videos where women proposed to men was strange for her. She thought that a woman shouldn't propose to a man. She kept telling herself that it was impossible. Eventually, she decided to go for it. She took the flight to Dublin. During her flight, her plane got a disturbance and had to make an emergency landing at the nearest airport in Wales. Since that moment, bad luck kept hitting her non-stop. She thought of changing planes to continue her flight, but all planes were not operating due to bad weather. She then chose to take the ferry, but the port was closed. Desperate, she then took the fishing boat, but in the middle of the sea, the boat was hit by a big wave and rocked hard. Luckily, Anna still made it to the coast of Ireland, but again, the distance from the coast to Dublin was still very far. She then took shelter in a closed restaurant and met the owner named Declan. She then asked for the local taxi number, but there were no taxis in that area. She didn't give up yet. She made an offer for Declan to take her to Dublin for €500. Despite the lucrative offer, Declan refused and teased her, saying that her only reason for going there was to attend the ridiculous event. She felt too tired to respond to Declan's tease. She decided to stay at the restaurant's motel for that night and continue her trip tomorrow. In the motel room, her bad luck kept happening. Things started falling off. The climax was when she was about to charge her phone. Her charger caused a short circuit and turned off the whole town's electricity. The next morning, when Anna called Jeremy, who was on duty in Dublin, she accidentally saw Declan, who was talking with a debt collector outside. Declan asked to extend the due date for his debt payment until next week. It turned out that when Declan was just starting his business, his friend betrayed him and brought all of his money. He had to borrow some money from the loan shark to keep his business from failing. After that, Declan went to Anna's room. When he opened the door, Anna was changing her clothes. There, Declan told her that he changed his mind. He would help her to reach Dublin as long as she promised not to cause any more trouble. When they were preparing their car, a man approached Anna and told her that a black cat just passed in front of her, and according to the urban legend in that area, that meant 10 years of bad luck. Anna didn't believe that. She was too desperate to continue her journey to Dublin. After everything was settled, they started their journey. On their way, Anna told Declan about her story and her reason to go to Dublin. She told him that her boyfriend never proposed to her after 4 years of relationship, and the reason she went to Dublin was to propose to him. Declan laughed at her. Annoyed, Anna grabbed Declan's food and threw it out of the window. They got into an argument. When Declan played the music, Anna immediately grabbed the cassette and threw it away. Declan was annoyed. He stopped the car and went to get the cassette back while kept mocking her. When they continued their trip, a herd of cows blocked the road, so they had to wait until the cows walked away. Anna decided to drive the cows away because she couldn't wait much longer. After she managed to drive away the cows, she accidentally stepped on the cows' droppings.
You might want to just watch out.
You're welcome.
She then leaned into the car because she was tired, but the car started running down the hill. When she tried to grab the door handle, it broke. Declan tried to stop the car by holding it, but to no avail. The car kept running down the hill, hit the bush, and went into the river. They couldn't use the car anymore and had to continue their journey on foot. Along the road, they kept arguing over each other's mistakes. Anna blamed Declan for not wanting to help her drive away the cows, while Declan asked for extra money for all the problems Anna caused for him, plus for the car repair. After a long walk, a car passed by. Anna decided to call for a ride. At first, Anna thought that the car was trying to give her a ride. She told Declan that their deal was cancelled. Unfortunately, before Anna could enter the car, the driver drove away with all of Anna's belongings. Declan then teased her and told her not to easily believe in strangers. After another long walk, Anna and Declan arrived at a bar. There, Anna accidentally saw the guy that took away her suitcases in that same bar. She decided to scold them, but instead, she was cornered by them. They told Anna to return to America and left Ireland. Declan, who saw Anna cornered by the strangers, came from behind and beat them all. They then continued their journey and arrived at a train station. The officer there told them that the train to Dublin wouldn't come until 2 hours later. They decided to enjoy the view of an old castle on the hill opposite the station to kill their free time. While walking, out of the blue, Declan asked Anna a question. He asked what she would save first if she was trapped in a fire and given 60 seconds to save herself. Anna couldn't answer that question. She then returned the question to Declan, saying what he would save if he was in the same situation. Declan replied with a smile and said that he would save the woman he loved so much. Soon, they arrived at the top of the castle. At that moment, Declan told her about the romantic legend behind the making of the castle,